Alright, we're back to slashers with Blood Rage. Hold on. Let me see. It's not cranberry sauce, Artie. It's not cranberry sauce. Blood Rage is a Thanksgiving slasher, which I was gonna wait to review to Thanksgiving, but being as I'm working on my slasher lists now, I wanted to review it just in case it could make my list, and it might. I actually really enjoyed this. If not for that line. It's not cranberry sauce, Artie. It's not cranberry sauce. I love that line, by the way. It's the only thing I knew a couple of things. I knew that it was about twins. I knew it was a slasher. And I knew the line, not cranberry sauce. So, stories about a pair of twins in 1974. Terry kills someone at a drive-in. They're both the little kids there. And he frames his brother Todd for the murder. Todd gets sent to a mental institution for 10 years. Pick up 10 years later with the mom, who is a very crazy person. Reminds me of Audra Lindry, Mrs. Roper from The Ropers and Three's Company. She reminds me of Mrs. Roper. Only she's blonde, and Mrs. Roper was a redhead. But I'm just saying. So it's 10 years later on Thanksgiving, and Todd escapes, and Terry is once again triggered by the announcement of his mother getting married to the landlord. That's a way to keep you. Does she have to pay rent? I'm just saying. So he goes his killing spree. Meanwhile, Todd is out trying to prove that his brother is a psycho. Okay, first and foremost, this movie was filmed in 1983 but not released until 1987, which is when I was born. But yeah, and so the first scene of this movie has the doctor, the psychiatrist in charge of Todd, trying to tell the mother. So when Terry committed the murder back in 1974, Todd went into shock. He wasn't able to say anything. Now, 10 years later, he has 10 years. He finally, shook out of it. He's finally admitted that, Terry was the one who committed the murders. The mom is told this right to her face, and she refuses to believe it. And I have a theory, once we get through the film, but yeah, it's a weird theory, but she won't believe it. The doctor does, I think. And so Todd eventually escapes, and Terry is triggered by the announcement that she's going to get remarried, and the first person he kills is the boyfriend, the fiance, so to speak. And he starts killing. Yes, he kills someone. He looks at his blade and he says, "It's not cranberry sauce. It's not cranberry sauce." Right, it's not cranberry sauce. That's not cranberry sauce. I love that line. The acting in this movie is not the best, especially from the mother. She needs to be in a mental institution, this mother. Once she finds out her son has escaped from the mental institution, she starts drinking and she starts eating leftovers. She starts calling and telling a sob story to the operator, because this is back in the day when operators was a thing. One thing I want to mention, beginning of this, when they're at the drive-in in 1974, we get a cameo from a very young Ted Raimi selling condoms in a bathroom in 1974. So, yeah. So I'm like, is that Ted Raimi? And then I looked it up. Well, it is Ted Raimi. His first role, I think. So that's really cool. Nice to see him there. So yeah, some of the kills are good. Like when he kills Brad, the fiance, chops off his hand, and you can see like the bone and stuff, and then it cuts to the hang holding the beer can and like twitching, and then when he comes back, you can see he stabbed him in the head, bent over. Fun little gore thing, and then there's some stupid ones like just slashes to the throat, and some that are off screen. But there's some good gore in this, so that's a plus. There's some good gore, and it's campy. It's 80s. It's an 80s slasher. It's campy as hell. When you have the line, "It's not cranberry sauce," you know you're in for a goofy, gory, good time with this kind of a slasher. One thing I will say is that, so they used the same guy, Mark Soper, to play the role of both Terry and Todd. And when you have to have them both on screen, obvious stunt double is obvious. Obvious double is obvious. Terrible wigs. Terrible wigs. Well, the Terry wig is alright, but the Todd wig isn't, because they had different hair. They decided to have different styles. Terry has his hair combed back. It's very groomed. Todd's isn't. It's very scraggly, Owen Wilson, wow, type hair. But, yes. And if you want nudity, you got nudity. You got tits. You got butt cheeks. You got dude butt cheeks for you dude lovers out there. There is nudity in this film galore. It's an 80s slasher film. Of course, there's going to be nudity. There's tits. It's titty land, I guess you can say. So I've watched many reviews for this, waiting to do my own. I got a lot of criticism about the girl. Okay, so of course you gotta have a nude shot, and I'm not gonna complain about this a little bit, but not the way people do. The girl taking a shower with the curtain open. People say, I've seen reviews where they say that's not realistic. People don't take showers with the shower curtain open. Okay, well, first of all, what if you don't have a shower curtain? And second of all, I take showers with the shower curtain open. All right, I live alone. Hell, I take showers with the shower curtain open and the bathroom door open as well, because I live alone. So I don't need to worry about that. I'm very comfortable in the open space. My door is always locked when I am in here for most of the time. If I have company, I'll leave it open because they're going to be leaving, or if I'm going to leave somewhere, I'll leave it open until, I leave. But if I'm not going anywhere, it's locked. And especially if I'm in the shower, I'll lock the door. And so I'll have the door wide open, and I'll have the shower curtain open. So there are people that take showers with the curtain open, so people they're criticizing that. My criticism is the nude shots. Okay, so when we see her clearly, she's showering like this, and you can see like side boob and shit, right? But you can't really see it. She turns around so we see the goods, and they decide to switch focus from her to Terry sneaking around the corner. Why couldn't they start with her open like this and then change the focus when she turns to the other side? What's the point of having nude? I'm not trying to be picky. I'm not trying to be a pervert. But what's the point of having nudity in your film if you're just going to take the focus away when you are ready to fully show it? That's my problem. If she started like this so everyone can see her tits while she's showering. And then when they go to focus on him, she turns to the other side, and then it's focused on Terry. That would work better. But instead, we get this side. She's lathering up. And then when she turns, so the money shot can be seen, they focus on Terry. And I think that's a little bit, bad camera work, I would say. I'm just saying. I've never worked. I'm not a big camera. Look at me. I got this sitting. Look, to show you. That's what it sits on. No, not that. That. DVD cases that I duct tape together. That's what I set the camera on, which is my fun. So I'm not a professional or anything, you know? Let's get to the ending of this film. The ending of the film takes place at the pool at the apartment complex, right? Which, so Terry and Todd start to fight, and the girlfriend, Terry's girlfriend, has now found out that Terry is the killer. He chased her into there. Todd shows up. They, fumble around a little bit. What happened to Todd's gun? I don't know. But she hides the baby away, and she comes back, and they're both knocked into the pool. Terry gets out of the pool, and then Karen, that's the girl's name, grabs Todd out, and she's yelling, "Todd, come here, Todd, I'll help you, Todd. I'll help you out, Todd," as the mom is walking in, so she can hear this. She shoots Terry like 3 times. He falls into the pool and he dies. And then she goes down and she embraces her son, which is Todd. And she starts saying, "Don't worry. It's okay. We're together now. It's okay. It's okay, Terry." And then he's like, "No, I'm Todd." And she freaks out. No. No. I refuse to believe that she did not hear Karen yelling, "I got you, Todd. I'll help you out, Todd." As she's walking, she's right freaking there when she says, "I'll help you out of the pool, Todd." And you specifically wrote her to say that. So why didn't the mom notice that? She should have been able to tell by fucking hearing what it was. Who it was. But no, this makes her freak out. She starts yelling that she's Todd, and then she blows her fucking brains out with a gun that should be out of bullets. Because it only holds 4 bullets, but who knows. And she shoots her fucking brains out, and then the movie ends. Okay. My theory, very quickly I will say, is that she actually had incestuous feelings for Terry, which is why she refused to believe that maybe not incestuous, but when Todd went away, Terry became her favorite. So she became very close to Terry. That's the child she learned to love the most. And so when she was told that it was Terry that did it, she refused to believe it because she loved that child so much. It could be incestuous. I mean, there is one shot of them kissing on the lips, so it could be incestuous feelings. Who knows? Only reason that I'm kind of saying it's not is because she's going to get married to some other guy. If it was incestuous, she might not, but who knows? I've never been around anyone who was incestuous, and I've never been incestuous, of course, so I wouldn't know. But, yeah. But I think he was her favorite child. And so she refused to believe anything about Todd being innocent because that's what she believed for 10 years. That's the child that she raised for 10 years. So finding out that she shot him, it's not so much that now she, maybe she's coming to grips that it was Terry, but also that she killed the son that she raised for 10 years as her only son. And there's that. But again, the incestuous feelings could be there too. Who knows? Although, I'm going to say Blood Rage is pretty good. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable. I recommend it, actually. It's some good, gory fun. And some weird, wacky acting. Especially from the mom. But, yeah. I recommend it. So what are your thoughts on Blood Rage? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, it's not cranberry sauce. See you in the next one.